The wonderful Danica De Giorgio is going to show you why you've got to make Port Pirie part of your next road destination when you're driving around SA.
Nestled among the backdrop of South Australia's Flinders Ranges on the coast of the Spencer Gulf, this is the historic seaport town of Port Pirie. With green hills, lofty peaks and a sprawling town centre, it has history and culture like no other. Its galleries and museums are the heart of the town.
A part of my growing up. My father was a mad EH man.
Alcohol, cigarettes, bit of everything.
All the good things in life from the 70s.
No, you haven't just been transported back to the golden era, although it certainly feels like it. This is the iconic Stories from the Road Museum, a place dedicated to the trials and tribulations of what made our history great. From road signs to a hairdressing salon, kitchen and household items, vintage cars and everything and anything you could ever dream of collecting, made by a collector for the collectors.
What we've tried to do is deliberately make it so that there's something here for everybody. So it's a very eclectic collection. It's got something for the kids, something for the mum, something for grandma, and lots of big boys' toys for the men.
It's been a lifelong passion for owner Liz Martin.
I guess how I got involved originally was from my grandmother, who was a collector, and I actually inherited a couple of elephants from her at that time. She gave them to me at the start of the collection. I now actually own 3,000 elephants.
This road train was made in 1908, but what is the oldest part of Liz's collection?
It's actually a camel saddle, and it'd be, we're not too sure, somewhere between 1860 and 1880.
From on the road to up above. Welcome to the Port Pirie Aerodrome. Introducing our captain for the day, Steve Joyce.
Steve, you told me that the best way to see Port Pirie is from above. So you're taking me for a spin in this?
Yes, we're going for a fly.
We're going for a fly. Where are we going? What will we see today?
We're going to go over the top of Port Pirie and have a look from above to see how good a town it is.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay, let's go.
It may not look like it, but I gotta say, I didn't know what to expect. And off we go.
This is the best seat in the house. Oh.
Flying over Port Pirie, you get a real appreciation for just how unique the town is.
Magnificent. How good does that look? What a view. Good fishing, good harbour, great town.
You can see the vast landscape from greenery to red dirt and the historic smelter.
We've got views over there too of the Flinders Ranges.
The views are truly spectacular. Steve has been flying for 35 years.
The highlight is taking people around to give them a look at the area, and we're pretty privileged to be able to fly. It really is an excellent thing to do.
Port Pirie played an important role during World War II. The Aerodrome was a bombing and gunnery base. Its military history is on display at the RSL Museum. Jeff Kenyon is the curator. He was called up to do national service in Vietnam at the age of 20.
That was in 1966.
This Huey has been described as a lifesaver in Vietnam.
This is what we saw going over our heads all the time. And still today, when a helicopter's going over the top, most of us still look up to see whether it's one of our... Well,
the feeling hasn't gone away.
The feeling hasn't gone away. I doubt if it ever will.
It's not often a shark becomes folklore in a town, but SHAKKO is an exception. The great white pointer became entangled in a fishing line in Port Pirie and drowned in 1998. And here she is. Well, a life-sized replica, actually. Can you believe SHAKKO was 5.5 metres long? These are the original jaws and fin on display at the Tourism and Arts Centre. Port Pirie isn't your ordinary tourism spot. Its history sets it apart. So why not take a drive and visit this exquisite place? You won't look back.